Alright, I'm back again, and now I was thinking of showing my Nintendo games. As you can see, I have only GameCube, Super Nintendo, and some Game Boy games, so it's gonna be quite short, I think. So let's start with this, Tony Hawk's Underground. As I showed in my PlayStation 1 video, I have the first Tony Hawk. I got Tony Hawk's Underground, which I really like. I think it's the last great Tony Hawk game. It's really good. It's not an amazing game, but it works. It's got some tweaks in it. You can walk, which helps a lot in some cases, and you can roam around free. Basically, this is the first game where you can't play like the career mode as one of the pro skaters. You have to create one, and it kind of has a story mode, which it's okay. It works. And here, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Also quite good. This is more like comedic sort of thing, and this is more serious, like the older Tony Hawk's. It also got some pretty stupid things in it, but not as much as this one or the games that came after this, like the sequel to this Jackass game kind of thing. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. The first Tony Hawk's are pretty much the same. They add some great things to the series constantly. With these early releases, I think this is, yeah, you can use revert in this. It's kind of like when you go up a half pipe, you can revert and continue doing the tricks like flip tricks and stuff like that on the ground. It's kind of cool. Medal of Honor Frontline, which I showed in my PS3 video. I talked about it. I like it. It's a great game. It's a great Medal of Honor game for most of the consoles in this generation. GameCube, Xbox, and PS2 all have this game, and it's quite good. Best for the GameCube because I didn't have a PS2 when I bought this, so I had to go with the GameCube. But it's really nice multiplayer. It's like 4 split screen multiplayer, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I recommend that. But times for this too. This is the best multiplayer game for this generation, I think, with offline multiplayer. That is, I don't know if you can see anything. It got outnumbered but never outgunned. Yeah, this is a great multiplayer game, and I highly recommend you get this if you're into like more old school serious shooters. Got a bunch of characters and a whole lot of levels. It's got a level editor and a whole bunch of game modes, which is really interesting. Maybe some of them are some old school variants with some nice tweaks to it, so this is a real great game. You see, 9.5 out of 10 from some magazine called Cube, but really good game. And here, more Metal Gear. This is the Twin Snakes. I'm not really a big fan of Twin Snakes, actually, but I have it. It's got 2 discs, kind of cool. But this is also, it's basically the first game with updated graphics from Metal Gear Solid 2, so it adds a whole lot of elements from Metal Gear Solid 2. It's alright, I guess. I prefer the original one, but this is not so bad. I know it's kind of sought after, it's kind of expensive also, but yeah, Metal Gear fan, so I had to have this. I don't have the Game Boy Color version, but I'll probably get that sometime, I think. Here, Metroid Prime. Sorry about that. I really like Metroid series. Basically, I had Metroid Prime 2 earlier, but I sold it, traded it in for some game, I don't know. But I really like the old school Metroid series. And Metroid Prime is a great addition to the series. It's first person, but it really feels like a Metroid game. It's really good, really good. So if you have a Wii, you should really get the Metroid Prime trilogy. Awesome. Has all the Metroid Prime games. Yeah, great game. And another one, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Probably my favorite Zelda game, actually. This limited edition includes Ocarina of Time and the Ocarina of Time Master Quest, which is don't know if you can see never released before, it says. Yeah. And it's also like, it's golden. Oof. And Ocarina of Time. And the Wind Waker discs. Oh! It's I think the Wind Waker disc is actually in my GameCube right now. I played it recently. Yeah. Yeah, great game. Awesome. Never played any of the sequel, you know, what's it called? Phantom Hourglass for the DS. I had a DS, but I sold it in like 2007, and I never got around to play it, but I wish I had, because I really like Wind Waker. We got here Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a really interesting game. Basically, it's a life simulator, if you can call it that. It's got a included memory card because it takes up the whole fucking memory card. You see here, uses 57 blocks plus. Yeah, it basically takes up the whole memory card. But really good. I have played some of the Wii version, but I prefer this one. Never played it on DS, and I hope they make a sequel on Wii U. I'll probably never get a Wii U, but I have a friend who'll probably get it, and I have to convince him to get Animal Crossing because it's a really cool game. Great addition to a GameCube collection, I think. And here, yeah, you can't own a GameCube and don't have Super Smash Brothers Melee. Yeah, great multiplayer fighting game. Basically, anyone can pick this up and yeah, just go at it. It's insane. I remember when this came out and it was like, oof. Great. Just great. Also I don't have a Wii, but I probably get one soon. I like Mario Kart Wii and I like Brawl, but I prefer Melee. It's more classic to me, but Brawl is very great also. It's got Metal Gear, Solid Snake. And I love Metal Gear, so I like it. I like that. But yeah, Melee, great game. Here, Super Mario Sunshine in the, you know, blue, purple-esque cover, the first edition. Probably all the Super Mario Sunshine that isn't the player's choice has this, but yeah, kind of cool. Super Mario Sunshine, it's not as popular as 64, but I think in some ways it surpasses 64 because 64 is so overrated, really. You know, I played it kind of recently and I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember this. This isn't so good as it used to be. But yeah, Super Mario Sunshine, cool game. Not cool, but it's great. It's cool. It's good. Yeah, and then the last one for the GameCube, Star Fox Adventure. See, this is a player's choice. I don't really like that, but at least the disc doesn't have any stupid player's choice label on it, so that's kind of great. I really like this game. It's the last game Rare made for the GameCube. Star Fox Adventures. It's kind of like Zelda. Basically, it feels like a Zelda game. Probably a lot of people were disappointed by the fact that it didn't feel like a Star Fox game. So I never played any of the other Star Fox games, you know, on 64 and Super Nintendo, but I played this one, and I mean, the graphics on this are also amazing for GameCube standards, you know. And this was late 2002, so the game is nearly 10 years old now, and it looks really good. Still, actually, I think I should play this soon, because I bought it. It was like winter when it came out, and I bought it like the following year, and also winter player's choice. So yeah, great game. So that does it for GameCube games. I don't have a lot of other Nintendo games, but I have some Super Nintendo games here. Alien Free. Here is the cartridge, and yeah, I think you see this LJN. If you've seen some, you know, Angry Nerd videos, you probably heard about LJN, but I don't think this is a bad game at all. It's not a great game by any means, but it certainly isn't as bad as the other LJN games. Maybe this is the cream of the crop, you know, of LJN, perhaps. but it's basically a like 2D shooter. It looks kind of cool for 16-bit also. It's got some nice mood environments and yeah, kind of cool game. And The Lion King, Super Nintendo. I really like this game. It's got some high nostalgic values for me because I played this on a PC port, I think in the 90s. I never finished the second level, you know, with the giraffes and shit, because it was too hard. I couldn't figure it out, so I died constantly. But I played it kind of recently, and I got pretty far, but then I died. So yeah, it doesn't have a save feature. That kind of sucks, but it's not a very long game. It's got some cool levels, and it's really good looking, and the music is really great too. So if you've seen the movie and is a big fan, you probably should get this game. It's also for the Mega Drive. I don't know, or the Genesis if you want. I don't know if there's any differences to it, but I only have a Super Nintendo, so that's why I have the Super Nintendo version. And Super Metroid. As I said, I really like Metroid. You see, this is the big box. You see comparison with the cartridge. It's kind of big. It's got a instruction guide in it with 72 pages, but I never use it because this is a free roaming game. You don't have to do whatever you're told. You can roam around, figure out everything, and the guide only takes the guide doesn't really explain that very well. But I really like to, play my way. Yeah, great games, great series, by the way. Metroid. I have Metroid games also for the Game Boy, which I will show. Here's also the Super Game Boy. I really want to get a Game Boy player because this doesn't play advanced games, and it doesn't play advanced games, it doesn't play Game Boy Color, but it can play, Game Boy games for the first Game Boy Pocket. So yeah, kind of cool. And I also have Front Mission. Yeah, Front Mission. Yeah, it says some stupid thing on the box. I don't know if you can see it. It says, how does a man survive on the battlefield that Hoffman has become? Yeah. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but something. This is a Japanese game. It's only available in Japan, and yeah, I can show. This is what it looks like. Here, manual, and still in the plastic, the cartridge. Yeah. I don't know why I bought this. It was kind of cheap, that's why. And I really want Front Mission 3 for the PS1 because I've never played it, but I liked the cover when I was a kid, so I thought I should get that. Maybe I will. Can I? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So over here, I'll just move these real quick so we don't have some space for Game Boy games. Sorry. Alright, let's start here. Pokemon Leaf Green includes the wireless adapter. I got that. It's not here, but I got it. Basically, I bought this because in Europe they only had, or America for that reason, yeah, whatever. They only had the Pokemon Blue and Red first, and then came Yellow. And in Japan they had Red and Green. So when this came out, I was like, oh, cool, green, because green is my favorite color. So I bought the green one. Basically, this is the first game, but in Game Boy Advance graphics, and it looks really good, and it's a great game. The Ruby version, I'm not a big fan of Pokemon beyond the second generation, but I have this. Something very sad about this is here's the cartridge for it. The battery on this drained up very recently, so none of the clock-based functions work anymore, which sucks. I don't know if you can get it replaced. I don't want to take it apart myself. Maybe I should check it out. Some guides on the YouTube or something like that. Yeah, drained battery. Here's also the Leaf Green cartridge. Looks kind of cool. It's green. Yeah. And we have Pokemon Crystal, the best Pokemon game, in my opinion, with the cartridge. Great fucking game. Amazing. I love this game. Yeah, the best Pokemon game, I think. And here we have the classic Red. A lot of, almost everyone I know bought the Red version because everybody liked Charizard. But, yeah, I bought it too because I like Charizard. But I like Blastoise as well, he's pretty cool. He looks more brutal, I think. Charizard is like a dragon. But yeah, Pokemon Red, you see the cartridge is pretty worn on the top here. Basically I put this in and out a bunch of fucking times in my Game Boy. So yeah, it's got some wear on it, but it works just fine. And then we got Metroid Fusion. Yes, I actually have two of these. Here's the cartridge for that, and here's also a Japanese version. I have two Metroid Fusion. Yeah, Metroid Fusion. This was the first... No, it was the second game I bought for my Game Boy Advance. And this is probably one of the best Metroid games. Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion are my favorites. I don't have Zero Mission, which is a shame. I really want to play that, I've never done it. But it's basically the first one, and if you have this, beaten it, and have Metroid Prime beaten it, you can connect the two on a GameCube with a cable and unlock Metroid on the GameCube. And the fusion suit style in Metroid Prime, so that's kind of cool. So I can play all the 5 first Metroids with no problem. Because here's Metroid 2 in a nice casing. I don't have the box for this because I got this used, and they often never have the boxes for like old Game Boy or any old Nintendo game with, like, you know, the cardboard box. Rarely has that, you know, when they're this cheap. This was really cheap. So yeah, but it works. And here's Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. This has the boxes too, thankfully. Yeah, Nintendo classics, great game. It's the first game with Wario in it, I think. Yeah, something like that. Really great. I don't know what's up with this cover. I really like this shark, but he's not in the game at all. So yeah, I don't know what to do with that is, but hey, great game still. Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. I probably should get Ages too. Here's that cartridge. You know, all the Game Boy Color cartridges are like transparent in some kind of way. That's pretty neat, I think. This box is pretty messed up, but it's used also. Well, this is a really good game. Great Zelda game for the Game Boy. I think this was done by Capcom, actually. I don't know if it says, but I think... it doesn't say anywhere, but I think so. Yeah, great game. Great Zelda game. Zelda is a really good franchise also, by the way. What's this? Oh yeah, you remember that I said that I hadn't played any of the Spyro games beyond the Insomniacs trilogy, but well, I actually have this one, Spyro Season of Ice. This was the first game I bought for my Game Boy Advance because I was a really huge Spyro fan, and I got this. It's not that great, but it's not that bad either. It's basically a Spyro game, and it works kind of good on a Game Boy. I really think this, you know, will work better on a Game Boy player, which I really want a Game Boy player, so I should probably get that soon. But they're so expensive, so I haven't gotten around to it yet. And there's one last game, no cartridge, no carton, only the cartridge. Kirby's Dream Land. Classic. I probably think this was the first game I played on a Game Boy. On a Game Boy Pocket back in 97, I think. Friend had a Game Boy, I didn't have a Game Boy. And this was the first game I played on a Game Boy. So, yeah, pretty nostalgic also. This game is really, really easy. Maybe all Kirby games are really easy, but this one just takes the cake. Yeah. So, now we're done with the Nintendo games. I'll make another video. I think I'll do it right after this one, in which I will show my Xbox games, you know, the original Xbox. So I hope you enjoyed these videos because I enjoy making them. It's mostly improv, but hey, I don't know, you can't blame me, I think. Yeah, let's just move on. Bye.